Yeah, I did not realize that I had not streamed in over a week until I went on my Twitch page, because when I go to Twitch, it just the hyperlink that just remembers is my channel. So when I was going on Twitter or Twitch to just like look at stuff, I realized that there was nothing playing, and I was like, huh. Because yeah, VODs don't save for people who aren't affiliates or partners. They might have changed it though, made more universal. I can't remember. I think that was one of the things they changed, but I mean, it's still true that my VODs, they last for 7 days and then they go away. Except for one, I think. There's like, I think the NYC primary one weirdly like is still there. Like I was looking at that. Maybe it was because it's when they made the change or something. But I think I might go to edit. For some reason, it's still there. Okay, I think it went away, but like when I was looking at it before, like it was still there. It was like a week or two ago. Like it was crazy. But yeah, that was something. But yeah, that was how I found out that that happened. So yeah. Sorry about that. I honestly thought I missed like 2 days, or like 2 like stream days. That's honestly what I thought I missed. I did not realize I missed over a week. Whoops. That was on me. Like kind of completely. We're back, we're good. My floors got swept for his first time and I don't know how long. That's good. I actually wanted to, like, I was suggesting to my mom like last weekend or something like that. So like I was aware of it a little bit, but yeah, then eventually mom just well, I was on the exercise bike and mom was like, alright, I'm just gonna put the vacuum cleaner in you. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, first time using it, so it wasn't going that great, but then mom basically just did it herself. And yeah, there are, for the most part, swept. I mean, obviously there's a lot of cords, but for the most part, it swept and it's a lot better. So yeah, yay. It's clean now. It was something that was kind of like weighing me down a little bit. I'll be honest, so it feels great just to have that lifted. But yeah, that's also been said, like for carpet, like ideally every day you should sweep it, but like once a week is good. So yeah. I don't know how well I'm gonna stick to that, but there's so much hair on my desk too. Like I don't really understand what got there. I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm so confused. Yeah, I've just been rambling. I mean, I usually do, but yeah, this is really nothing new. I think there was something before, like the TwitchCon stuff I wanted to talk about that was like on my mind. I think it was to do with the else. Oh yeah, it was the cheating clip with Pecora, Azuki, and Marin. That's right. I didn't look at Yura's clip of it. I saw someone else's of it. But just from like the thumbnail of it, it makes it seem like, right, like that it was not a mistranslation. And yeah, that was interesting. I do feel like though they kind of go in hand with like the TwitchCon stuff, right? What happened to Emarum and Emaru? Weirdly, the two that start with M, I'm now realizing. Alright, well. Yeah, I didn't even think about that until I said it out loud. I was like, yeah, they both start with M. That's okay. EM, by the way, not the letter M. That might seem a little confusing if you don't know, but yeah, it's EM, not the letter M. Yeah, I feel like that kind of goes hand in hand, man. I mean, I feel like looking at that, right? Because obviously I'm a dude, so I wouldn't know it. But like, yeah, that freaking sucks, dude. I mean, also like the fact that this kid just did nothing and like didn't care. Like that's really cool, guys. Awesome. Also, yeah, I guess they only banned him for 30 days, which is like, really, of all, like that's it. It's just 30. Like, really, like, okay. All right then. Like, yeah, he should probably be arrested. Like, he needs help. This is what he needs. Yeah. But I do think from this, people need to learn how parasocial relationships work. Because also some people be like, oh, I don't know how to tackle it. Which I think, yeah, knowing how parasocial relationships start, or like how they work, is a good start, right? And then you can start of kind of like piecing it together. I even had like a stream VOD basically where I went into it. I don't remember what the catalyst was, but it was another one of the Hololive things that brought it up. Oh yeah, it was the like Ririka clip followed by the Noelle clip that someone posted, like in kind of in response to it. And so yeah, I looked up like articles and like sources on how parasocial relationships work. They actually view mostly as positive, but like, yeah, I don't think they get into that crazy part of it, right? Because they're mostly talking about how like they are positive, because you also gotta realize like parasocial relationships, like I'm sure people have seen, like there's been the messages sent to streamers of like, oh man, you really helped me through a dark time and stuff like that, and like that is a parasocial relationship, right? I did not say that right. I can tell by that one I mumbled, but that is a parasocial relationship, but people don't necessarily associate with that. People only like the connotation of parasocial relationship is negative, right? But most of the time it's like denotation. Okay, bring up connotation denotation from high school English or like middle school English, whatever. Like the denotation of parasocial relationships, like they actually seem to be mostly positive, right? Like it's kind of similar to violence in video games, right? Where like I think it's probably more prevalent than like violence. I'm not sure if it's like, that's also something I feel like people go look into, like maybe why like it's easier to like, well I guess because like we're still in an environment still, like obviously it's lessening, but like violence, obviously more people are gonna be like, yeah, no, that's not okay, compared to like parasocial relationships. And also like I think that's not talked about as much probably also, because violence, like, yeah, it's in your face, like you can tell. But like parasocial relationships, like, yeah, they kind of stew in the background a little bit, or just like on like Twitter or something like that, and like these people just like are like a feedback loop to themselves and help them be more confident in this behavior that is not okay. So I think there's also that too, like, because obviously like unless you're in a very, very dark place, right, you're not gonna look to violence, right, as like convincing. There is groups unfortunately that do that, as like 765 or whatever. There's a group of 3 numbers, I don't remember what the numbers were exactly, but they're a group that does that. Yeah, like I think it's more easy to convince people, because also like it's based, I think, in like sexual desires also, which that's also harder to control, right? So I think there's a bunch of reasons that make it so like parasocial relationships like that go too far are definitely more prevalent than violence, despite seemingly having like a similar like cause, right? At least in my mind, and from what I've read and what I feel like is the case. Yeah, I think those could be a few reasons as to why like parasocial relationships are much more like, they seem much more common. I mean, another thing also is like I feel like it is a more online thing, parasocial relationships, and like it's very clear to see that compared to violence. Like the violence stuff you mostly will see on like the news, right? Like mass shootings and stuff. Even then, like some of them won't have like video game stuff with that either, right? But I do think the causes of like the parasocial relationship going too far and violence, right? Like people developing violent tendencies, I think they're like very similar. And so yeah, I don't think the solution is like control what they're saying, right? Because like that's not fixing the problem, right? And I think most people, because I'm using like Hollow as an example, right? Because there's a couple that play into it, right? But like I don't think that that's the solution. I think the solution is to pay attention to these guys more, and also maybe, I don't know how you would be able to research it, but maybe figure out like who's more likely to develop this stuff, which maybe like, yeah, if we have psychology on stalkers already, you could maybe start from there, because I'm sure stalker psychology is related to parasocial like mindset, right? The parasocial relationship that's gone too far. I wish there was a term for it. I guess stalking, like cyber stalking. Yeah, it's probably cyber stalking, right? That'd be like the closest to it. Well, I think there is a term technically, but it's an abbreviation. It was in that stream, and I forget what the abbreviation was. Whoops. It's like, it's celebrity is one of them, so it's like C. I think it's like CSB or something like that, but I don't remember what it stands for. Actually, I can just look up CSB and see if it gives it. That's CWB. Does it? CSB meeting. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. I forget what it is, but it does have a term actually, and I should probably be using that just to make very clear on the distinction. I mean, most people will think about the parasocial relationships I've gone too far when I'm saying it, instead of the ones that are like, oh man, you really helped me through like a rough time kind of thing, right? Like I do kind of want to make that distinction. Yeah, I do think though, for the most part, it's just because, yeah, it is just like seen entirely as negative when that's not true, right? Or like people who are like, oh, I would never be in a parasocial relationship. Well, if you're watching a content creator, chances are you are in a parasocial relationship, right? Even if you're like, oh, I can never get there. Like, now if you want to say you never get to that point of like cyber stalking or whatever, right? Like going higher up on the like rung, right? I think that's fair, but to say that you would never be in a parasocial relationship, that's not true. Because if you watch a content creator, then yeah, you literally are in one by default, basically, right? If you agree with an opinion they have, right, like can relate to them at all, that is a parasocial relationship, right? Because you can, but they can't, right? Because you're just a bunch of words on the side of their screen, right, in the chat. So yeah, also people saying that like, oh, like I'll never be in a parasocial relationship. Not true. Because if you're watching content creators, that you are in one. And again, like, it's nothing to be ashamed of, it's just like true. And yeah, it could be positives, right? There's some positives you can get from that, as I've already clearly stated with the people who message the like, you've helped me through a rough time, bam, there you go, right? So it's not a negative thing. Obviously when it goes too far, yes. As we can clearly see with that Emaru stuff, and Emerome also. The Emaru one is definitely more blatant, like it's more in your face, but the Emerome one also, like, that was crazy. Yeah. I do think the solution is focusing more on the people that are affected and the people who go too far. I do say, like, obviously don't promote the like that behavior either, like that if there's people out there promoting that behavior, like, yeah, they need to be held accountable for that as well. Right? Because like we're still influencers, right? Like that is still true. But like, yeah, like I don't necessarily mind it as long as like you have these like warnings in place, right? Or like you just have the heads up to make sure like we're not going too crazy, right? Like I think that's fine. But yeah. Man, I really chose a not great time to stream. It's like I feel like I have to use the bathroom. And like honestly, it feels like I'm gonna be in there in a minute. So maybe this might be only like an hour or something. We'll see. I mean, like, yeah, it's been over a week, so maybe just get me back in the swing of things. Well, that was what the last stream was supposed to be, and then I didn't stream for the last week, so I don't know. Yeah, like the whole kind of like, oh, these people should stop doing this stuff. Like I can see it, but it's very similar to the like, oh well, the video game should like there should just be no violent video games, right? And like that's not gonna solve it, right? That doesn't solve the issue that the fact that there's some mentally unstable people out there, right? Like I think with that, it's probably just the video games like unlocked it in them, right? Like they kind of had that tendency if they were to go that low, but that just kind of unlocked it. I think parasocial relationships can be the same thing, or once they go too far. That's like a similar thing, right? Where just like the right person saying like certain stuff could just unlock that in their brain and make it think it's okay. Well, I think also, yeah, the important thing is of making it okay. And I think that is actually something, the viral culture, that is very scary. Now that like I've seen it with like the TwitchCon stuff, like dude, it's scary. Like I don't understand how people can just see that and be like, yeah, no, this is fine. Like dude, that is actually like legitimately scary. Like the only thing honestly saving like the Holo Girls is either that they don't go outside, right, or like their model. That's like the only thing really saving them. Well, and some of them do voices, right? So like, yeah, you wouldn't recognize their voices out in public. But even then, like I think it was like Nico or some of them, like I think Subaru was also mentioned, like they have to basically stay silent, like when they go out in public, like they do not speak. Which is fair, but also it's like, why do they have to deal with that, you know? Like they just want to do fun stuff on the internet, and then all of a sudden, like even out in public when they have a model that like basically obstructs what they look like, right? Like they still have to do it, like, and that's crazy to me. Yeah, like, yeah, that TwitchCon thing really just made it seem like it really just made that part of idol culture much scarier to me. Of just like, yeah, no, this seems fine, you know? Like what are we talking about, dude? Like there's probably so many instances of that happening is the thing. And like, have they like not thought at all like, huh, maybe this is a bad idea? Like not at all? Zero thought? Like, and the thing that's annoying too is that I feel like if it were to happen to a Holo member, like they're just gonna be like, oh well, you can't do the parasocial stuff anymore, right? They're not gonna like actually address like, hey, this stuff is not okay and stuff. They're just gonna change company policy where like, well, you can't do this stuff anymore. And it's like, that doesn't, okay, but that doesn't fix the issue, right? Like the issue is the freaking person who's completely like mentally unstable. That's the true issue right here that we should be worrying about. Because I have a feeling that's why they did the glove thing, right? And like, yeah, that doesn't solve the problem. The problem is, why is there people like who are literally looking at people's hands and then being like, oh, I know this person? Like, that's insane. That's like, what? Like, why are we just bringing it up? I'm like, yep, that's just life. Like, because I even see that with like people like talking about the policy, just kind of being like, yep, that's how it is. And it's like, no, that's not how it should be. We should fix that. we should probably bring more note of it, right? Because these people should be in forensics if that's the case, with how well they can read hands, not freaking cyber stalkers, dude. Like, that's insane. I would say with the cheating thing also, it's very dumb. Like, if you want to do it as a bit, right? Like, that's typically my thing. It's like, if you want to do it as a bit, but also just, I feel like sending the occasional reminder, and also since it's VTubing, clippers should also do their job of like clipping it, but just every once in a while reminding people of like, hey, like, don't take this too seriously, right? Or even like Marine, like, taking a step out of the character bit. She's like, well, I play this like Gachikoi, but it's more of a bit, right? I think that's good to do, right? Because you need to remind people, right? Because you're just gonna, the people's like delusions are just gonna keep growing and growing, and at some point, like, yeah, you need to shut it down, like, a little bit. So like, yeah, that's my thing. It's just like, I don't care if you do it, just like make sure, like, obviously, like, yeah, no, that's not good, that sucks. Right? And like, you shouldn't like, yeah, like, it should be treated as like gospel or whatever, like what they're doing, you know? Like, if they're saying like, hey, this isn't good, don't do it. Well, I mean, like, even if they don't, I mean, it should be pretty obvious, but like, it's even like the one-on-one day with Azuki, which was her birthday 3D live, I think. Like, I don't care about that, right? Like, you can say like it'd bring more like parasocial people, but like, you know, it's their channel, it's what they want to do, right? Like, I feel like that's perfectly fair. So like, what you should be looking at is like parasocial relationships and like helping these people, right? And to be fair with Azuki, like, I think she just doesn't realize. Like, I feel like she's also doing as like a bit with the cheating thing, because I think her thing basically is like, she's not gonna punish them. I don't remember what her answer was, but I don't think it was exactly like, I don't care if they don't watch someone else, but like, I think she was like still saying something like that. But honestly, with how she's reacted to like her ASMRs and like the responses people have given, I think she just doesn't realize that some people will truly actually believe this. Right? And like, truthfully, like, that's how they feel. It's not a bit. Like, some of them will, and in fact, I think most people will, right? Like, no, it's a bit, you know? But some of them don't, and I don't think they realize that. Like, and that's my whole thing too. It's like, you don't want a Gachikoi. Like, let's be completely honest. Like, I feel like even seeing that Emeru like clip, you don't want a Gachikoi. Absolutely not, dude. I mean, I even had this like mindset before, but like, that also just like confirmed it even more. Just like, you don't want that. Just a random ass dude just coming up and trying to kiss you like that. No, you don't want that, dude. Like, that's weird and uncomfortable and a complete invasion of privacy and personal space. Just walking up to her and doing that. Just no pretense, anything. Just, yep, I'm gonna do that. Okay. Like, yeah, like, I guarantee you, like, 99% of the population would hate that. Right? Like, you don't want a Gachikoi. You want people that, like, will go along with your bit, absolutely, but, like, you don't want people who actually will truly believe this stuff, right? That's not who you want. Right? I think also these Gachikois, like, they try to influence them too, with like what the Ririka super chat was. Like, it was from a Gachikoi who did that. I might sneeze. I'm really just yapping or mumbling, but rambling. That's what I'm gonna say. Words are hard. I think it's just like over a week of just me thinking about stuff, so I'm just like, I need to just get it all out. There's no preparation, no anything for it. I mean, that's how it usually is, but wish I was better at constructing this stuff too. That'd be nice. I'm just not. It's just whatever's going on in my head. Like, I just say it. Yeah, the whole like Pecora saying like, oh yeah, no, they'll run back to me. Like that was crazy. It's like, all right. Like Marion like was, you know, I feel like what the, especially in a company thing, and I think she even brought up like with them being in a company, like, you know, the smart thing to be doing of just like, yeah, I don't care if they watch other people, right? And what's funny is that even, I'm pretty sure even Azuki and Pecora like, oh, that's how mature of you, and then like didn't do like any self-reflection. I mean, maybe they did like in saying it, but like it's so odd to me though. Like their brother's like, oh wow, that's really mature of you, and then didn't do anything. Like you're still believing the other thing, and it's like, really? Okay. Like that was the one thing of the clip that stuck out to me, but yeah, it is very funny to me that the Marine's like one of the most not safe for work, but also one of the most mature ones. Like, I feel like she has a great balance of, you know, like playing up a character, right? But like, I feel like also it's pretty clear it's a bit, right? I mean, you can even see like with the banter that Marine in her chat does, right? When she tries to present herself, like, yeah, it's very clearly a bit. And like, that's great. Miko and Miko P, I feel like also very similar to that. I feel like the ones that just like banter back and forth, like, I mean, I think that would cause problems if Miko were actually to like, I mean, she's not going to because she made like a decision that she doesn't want to collab with dudes, but like, yeah, if she were to actually meet like a Miko P that's probably not a female Miko P, it probably would not go well because they would still do the same like banter, and I don't know if like Miko would be as open to it, right? Because that's another thing with parasocial relationships is like, obviously you know your boundaries, but like it's very different when it's just words on the screen than like an actual person, right? And like honestly, that would probably be the thing that would screw me up the most too, right? It's like I would know like what they're okay with other people, right? But like they don't know me, right? So you still need to test the waters, right? And like you need to gradually get there, you know? Basically the point of bantering that like you know that they can get to, right? So like, yeah, you need to work for it. You can't just kind of like sit there. Yeah. I feel like I had a point going into that and I forgot what it was. I'm just saying stuff, man. My head just feels like it's like clouded, but there's so much in there. Probably what happens when you don't stream for over a week. You know, it's just all this stuff they just want to talk about. Maybe that's how Hassan's able to like talk about stuff so clearly. Just because he streams every day. Even then though, like I don't think so. I mean, he also knows what he's talking about. I mean, I think the main issue is the thing I'm talking about, right? Like doesn't have too much research to back it up because like it hasn't really been looked into much. Because like, yeah, it's a very recently streamlined thing, right? So like, yeah, there's not much on it. And also especially with how research funding has gone in America, that's gonna make it take even longer. But yeah, I think that's also why it's like a lot harder, because like there's no concrete fact that you can just like bring in. There's some like ideas for sure, right? There's not a whole lot of concrete stuff that like, or like data you can just pull, right? In order to form your argument. So yeah, it is also kind of rough in that regard. Yeah, I do think that part is really scary though. Of just like applying that to like idol culture. Cause obviously they play in that stuff a lot more. I know Emeru, I don't know much about her content or anything, but like I doubt she plays into that like at all, right? And she's getting that still. Right, like that's a crazy bit. So like, yeah, it's like the people that do it more. I mean, I'm sure they also are more inclined to do it because they had the anonymity of the VTuber, right? So that also helps. I mean, I think some of them still do it, like when they don't, but I mean, those people are real gutsy. But like, yeah, I think that's also why though in VTuber culture you see a lot more. I mean, it's also because like in one, like it's probably more common in Japan, and then two, like, yeah, I think the anonymity helps with them like being much more willing to do that kind of stuff. I mean, dude, imagine all the weird freaking requests they would get, like if they did just have their face out there, right? I mean, I'm sure like those like VAs get it all the time, dude. Like, and their face is known. So imagine when it's like for female Japanese VAs, man. I get asked like the wildest stuff. Just off the street. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the chain thing is very stupid, like in a company type thing. Because like, yeah, it does seem like some of them actually believe in that, and like it's very dumb. That has to be something from idol culture. And like, you're literally in a company, dude. Like, why are you believing that like people like watching other streams is like bad or something? Like that's very dumb. Because I feel like also like, even if they don't actually believe that, I do feel like though it like will make some people feel bad for like changing their Oshi, right? And I feel like that's also dumb and not good, like on principle as well, you know? Like I just don't think that's great either. Like if they found someone else they want to watch, great, you know, like they prefer someone else, that's cool. Right, like that's just kind of how life goes. You know, like, and also like they're so massive at that point, like I feel like one person leaving is not that big of a deal. I'll be honest. Like that's another thing also, like they're in a company and then also they're massive, so like why would you care about one person leaving? Yeah, like there's also the yeah. Yeah, I just think the whole thing was like kind of dumb, but Marion gave like a good answer. I will say, I think her being a black company definitely helped shape her perspective on things. Seemed like definitely did a lot. I do know a lot of people like Marion because like she does do dirty jokes, and it seems like that's not a thing that happens often in Japan. What I've heard, because I think like other VAs are a fan of Marion, and like that was their big takeaway of her. But like, yeah, I have a feeling maybe also like, because I don't know if that distinction, if she's made a distinction a lot, because I know people have like talked about her, right? But I don't think there's really been any clips of her making that distinction. But like, I would assume she does, right? And that's probably another thing that also makes her popular. You know? She knows how to set boundaries. Because I do think that's also an issue that a lot of the Hollow girls have, is like they're not great at setting boundaries. Like Fumoko's pretty decent at it. Like if there's a joke that they don't like, right? They'll try and stop it. I mean, like, yeah, I think they try to stop it as soon as it gets their attention. Or like, I think what they do honestly is that they probably wait and just see if the joke dies naturally or if it keeps going. That's probably what actually happens. And then like, if they're realizing, okay, this is just gonna keep going, like then they just shut it down. Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, it always seems like it happens right when people are starting to get really attached to it. I'm just like, all right. Like that's a shame, but you know, obviously you should still set boundaries. Yeah, like I just don't feel like a lot of them are great at setting boundaries. Or if they are, like they're just not clipped, which I feel like they should be. Like if they've ever set boundaries, like I feel like for like clippers, like that should be like the number one thing you do clip is if they set boundaries, especially if they speak a different language, right? So people are aware. Like yeah, it obviously makes sense to clip like the funny moments and stuff, but like yeah, I do think you should also clip the boundary setting so people know where they stand, you know? So people won't just like make up stuff about them, right? I think that's also like important. Yeah, like because as far as I've seen from clips, it seems like they're not great at setting boundaries, but yeah, again, like I don't know if that was the case or not. Yeah, I just don't get the whole cheating thing. Like I don't even think I could do it as like a character thing. I mean that's just not who I am. Right? It's very hard to be something you're not, you know? Like I am very much like bring the whole team in, right? Like bring the team together, you know? Like that's very much what I am. So like yeah, being like that kind of person and be like, oh, you're watching other people's streams, I couldn't even do that, right? Like even as a character. And like maybe if it's like D&D or something like that, right? But like even as like a VTuber type persona, I could not do that. Yeah. And that's my whole thing. I think that was most of what I want to talk about. There's probably something about like the cheating and like the idol culture stuff that I want to talk about again, but like I know if I actually post about this stuff, people will be like, oh, why are you attacking it? It's like, dude, are you not seeing like the negatives? Like especially with the TwitchCon thing? Like I feel like the TwitchCon, like the Emiru video should really like open people's eyes to that kind of stuff. It's like, dude, like I'm sure the freaking Hollow Girls play much more into that, right? And the only veil they have is the model, right? That's the only veil they have to protect themselves. So yeah. Yeah, like, and again, my whole thing is just like, you don't want gacha coins. Absolutely not. Like, you might think you want them, right? Because, oh, they'll be the most loyal and stuff, but you don't want them. Right? Because if you meet them in the real world, you're not gonna like them at all. Right? Because they're very clearly not a normal person. I think people can be like diehard fans of someone, right? But still be normal about it, right? I think Iroha is actually a good example of that, right? Iroha to Suisei. I think most of the Hollow Girls were like very, well, okay, Chloe wasn't. Chloe wasn't. Iroha is much better. Yeah, Chloe was. Chloe was not. But I think that was more Japanese culture stuff. Yeah, I think Iroha is like a good example of like you can be a diehard fan, right, but still be normal. I mean, yeah, obviously like she's different around her, right, but like she's still like respectful and all that, right? She's not freaking absolutely insane. I'm trying to think of other ones who are like diehard fans. Because I know Louis loves Fuomoko, but like I think that's also more of just like a respectful thing. I'm trying to think. I mean, Ina's a big fan of Suisei also, but like, I mean, Ina's just quiet in general. So, I mean, it is funny too, because I'm sure like Suisei wouldn't even realize that Ina would be a huge fan of her. I mean, it's been long enough that I'm sure she knows, but I'm sure starting out she wouldn't have realized because Ina would just be quiet to begin with anyway. I mean, Bae was a big fan of Roburu and she was nervous and like quiet. I mean, yeah, I'm sure I wasn't like huge fan, right? Like die-hard fan, right? I'm just trying to think. I don't think Ian has any. I feel like Nerissa with Marion is probably the closest. Probably. Yeah, because I can't think of anyone else. Yeah, no. Yeah, and then ID. I mean, they wouldn't have had that. Yeah, no one ID. Like, yeah, I think it's really just Aroha is like the main one. I guess there's Flare with Ina. Yeah, there's Flare with Ina. Yeah, like that one's also seems more respectful. I mean, she does have delusions of like marrying her, but like that's the thing though. Also, I'm pretty sure they still act like respectful about it. You know, even though they're like huge fans, which is like another thing. It's like, yeah, you can have diehard fans and then be respectful. Again, your Roja, Flare. I'm trying to think of any other. Well, there's Noelle Subaru, which that one's also. That one's also gonna. Yeah. It is the subject of my favorite hologram, though, the one with where Subaru just keeps arresting Noelle. I really like repetitive humor. That's something that gets me. So the fact that they just did the same scene like 3 times, it's really funny to me. I always heard that like first minute. And also the fact that she laced the photos with poison, that's also really funny. There's just poison on it, like why? Also, like, yeah, she's holding and you can clearly see her like have poison in her fingers, but she's just fine. So I guess also the poison's not great. Hologra, you know, it doesn't have to make any sense. Oh, that was a burp. Alright. Yeah, that one came out of nowhere. Yeah. Maybe that's also what they think Gachikois are, right? Is that they are diehard fans, but like they're respectful. Like I even saw a post that someone was like, yeah, you people do not treat the other talents or Oshis like they are people. And like, yeah, I assume then that's probably like, that's the issue, right? And like, that's actually what Gachikois are, right? And even like unicorns as well, right? Because like, I feel like the thing with diehard fans that respect them, right, is that they still see them as people, you know? They'll see him as another human being. So, yeah, that's probably an important distinction there. Like, I feel like, honestly, you can even have, like, a shrine dedicated to a person, but still be respectful about it, you know? Like, I mean, it's even, like, buying all their merch just to support them, right? Like, that's similar. And, like, yeah, if you just go out and make, like, a shrine or, like a corner of the room that has their merch, like, yeah. Like, that's fine. That's okay. You're showing off your fandom that you like the person. You're a fan of their work. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I will say another thing with the hand things. I feel like oftentimes when you try preventative measures, it's just gonna make like, when stuff like that doesn't happen, it'll just make it worse. Right? Because like, I mean, it's like a smaller thing, but like I'm thinking of like Suisei always like censoring like her tummy, or like you gave herself smaller boobs, so like people wouldn't think about that. Which, I mean, yeah, I have noticed that people are like, yeah, stop doing that. Like, that is kind of just something that's been normalized, I think, because like, yeah, it started as a holo joke, and then it's just kind of like moved out, right, into other VTuber culture. Because like, yeah, that's the thing also with that, like, you have to have people who are good sports about it. And yeah, obviously, like we say, I think because they kept putting her like her McDonald's ad, making jokes about her being small, like, yeah, then she's like, yeah, I don't want that anymore. I don't even think she really wanted that to begin with, but because I think it started out with Rushia, and then obviously she left, so like, well, we gotta stick the joke to someone else, and Suisse unfortunately was the one who got it. Because I think she was basically next in line. Which, I mean, she probably got it like while Rushi was there, but I mean, yeah, because even didn't they have like an Ikemen like kind of stream with each other? So yeah, I guess I could see like both of them in like that moment getting it. Yeah, like I don't remember what my original point was about the. Oh yeah, people would make note of it. That was the thing. Because obviously Suisse had those jokes to her, and then yeah, obviously when you hide the belly region, I mean, yeah, that's probably just gonna make people make even more thirstier like fan arts of her belly, honestly. Because like, yeah, I think there's even a like some of them even said like Suisse has like some of like the thirstiest freaking fan arts, right? And she doesn't want that. But like the thing is like you don't present it as such, right? So it's like an alternate version. Like people's minds go wild. Like, I mean, not Suisse, Subaru literally had like, I think Kimberly's outfit, like one of Kimberly's outfit that just had like so much skin showing, right? And she didn't care. She let it all out there. Because I think honestly that's gonna give more like cutesy fan art, right? But like if you hide the stomach, then that's not gonna give off that, you know? Because I was very surprised when I went through like Choco's. Like Choco actually has like a lot of like wholesome art. I was not expecting that, I'm gonna be honest. I definitely expected to not have that. Aki probably has crazy art, now I'm thinking about it. Aki, I mean, I know Marin like has crazy art, but I mean, I think that's also because she's like openly like, and like, yes, I want more. Same with Narissa. I think those two have both been like openly like, yes, make lewd art of me. Yeah, like I think those two probably would have the lewdest. Has there been like a tier list of who has the lewdest earring? I wonder if someone has made that. Hololive members. This is going on my this is going on my search history. There's fan art. I'm just curious if someone's made like a tier list. Oh, say search is blocking it. Oh, this is how many lewds of them exist. Yeah, this is very similar to that other game. This is so old. This is like 2021. Oh, X even in this? Yeah, this is Nene's old outfit. I think ID Gen 2 is the most recent on there. Jesus. Yeah, ID has like nothing because ID has a much smaller audience. I just realized that one. Yeah, like Marin has the most, which makes sense because like, yeah, I think she's openly allowed. I wouldn't be surprised honestly if Coco did, and she also has like the biggest in the chest region. Right, oh, it has Aloe in here. Was this like weirdly in that spot where Aloe was still there? Because if it was only like a month span, you know, you might know where this is from then. I mean, that makes sense. She's like the sneaky one, right? Wait, they actually post this? Ali responded. That's funny. Yeah, Pecora, Aqua, like those two, yeah, also have like crazy amounts. Suisse is literally right here. Yeah, these are like Toa. Toa is kind of surprising, but I mean, yeah, she's really not like into the like sexiness side of it at all either. And also, this is like a while ago, so I mean, who knows? Like, yeah, Toa, I think, kind of goes against that a little bit. Yeah, Flair's old model like was like cool, and I remember like hearing that her artist like literally had to like look up or something like that, like how to make something look cute for her like redesign. No, Aki has a lot less than I thought she would. Achima has more than I thought she would. Hachima's got a lot. Oh, this is their personal thoughts on looting them. That's funny. Yeah, Hachima has a lot more than I thought. Same with Kurone, actually. And Sora. Ina makes sense because of how... I mean, yeah, I guess Sora and Ina would probably fall into the same thing. I honestly thought Matsuri would have less. I'm surprised Matsuri hasn't. Well, I mean, also, this is just number. So, yeah, it could just be full on, like, how long they've been there. Same with Sora, right? Like, they have much more cumulative... Cumulative? I can't say the word. Gura having that much, though, is crazy. Noelle having that much makes sense. This is like right when Gen 5 debuted, I think, also, so Lamy having that much is crazy. But I mean, she did start off as like the nice quiet girl, like, right? Like the soft quiet girl, which I feel like, yeah, that is like typically going to happen. I mean, yeah, I think Luna would have, like, that would be just awkward. I'm gonna be honest. That's just awkward. Yeah, I think most of the ID girls are down here because it's ID. Is there like one of them that's not? Yeah, Muna's up here, and I think that's it. Which, yeah, Muna's is like one of the more like sexier looking ones, right? Like outwardly, you know. Yeah, this is also from like a while ago, so they've probably changed a lot. I think it was just their personal opinions. Yeah, this is someone's personal opinion. Oh, they actually said that with Hachima. Yeah, actually, yeah, that makes sense. Hachima had like such a thing with like feet. I don't know if recent Hachima would, but like, yeah, definitely Hachima of like that people are used to. Like, yeah, probably. Right. Yeah, that makes sense. I always forget how crazy Risu and Iofi are. Because they never get clipped, man. So I always forget, like, yeah, they're absolutely insane. I mean, yeah, Iofi was with Godzilla, right? I like how they threw Olivia in there. Yeah. Oh, this has Hollow X in there. For your own safety, please don't. Mastery is in there. And Sweet say. I don't know what vanilla only means. Just like default, or I don't know. Yeah, Aqua has so many. Like, that was the one I feel like always got brought up, was Aqua and Suisei. I even saw it too. Look, there was a recent clip of Sakuna being upset with people looting her. Like, that's just the thing, man. I guess it's because she's this quiet, like, soft-speaking girl. That's just what it is, so... Like, yeah, that just happens. I don't know, man. I think Miko actually would be closer up here. Honestly. Miko is, like, such an OG-san. Like, I feel like you always forget, and then she'll just say, like, some of the most outrageous stuff, and you're like, oh yeah, that's right, Miko is that. That's right, that is how Miko is. I mean, Fauna One was willing to be drawing a Kaokini, so honestly, she might be like here. I guess it depends on like, how crazy they got with it. But yeah, like she would be up there, or more up there. Yeah. Probably Watame is there. I mean, I guess Watame is crazy for armpits, but even then, I feel like she would be down here, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Anya would not care. Anya, I feel like, doesn't really care about much. Just like what I know about Anya. Apathy seems to be like the emotion I get most out of Anya. And I don't know if that's like the most fair. But like, just from the clips I've seen, Apathy I feel like fits Anya the most. It's probably also her motto that also helps. Like, it just looks bored half the time. So like that probably also helps. Yeah. I don't even. Oh, I hit enter, so I guess it went to the where the image was from. Okay, I just smacked it like on the numpad. Enter. Yeah, Corey, I don't think would mind. Where's Chloe actually? There. Here's Chloe. Because yeah, Chloe absolutely would be. I don't think she'd mind. Absolutely. Honestly, Chloe might be up here. We're being honest. Chloe might be up here. Honestly, I think Ame is like 2 steps from being up here also. Yeah. I mean, probably not, but like... Same with Akayu, actually. I do like how Akayu's the first one in here, though. They know. She's not gonna care. I still don't know what for your own safety, please don't means. Like, Suisei I can understand, but I don't really understand the other 3. Well, Hachima also was like, yeah, it was a big thing. That like Hachima was a scary figure back then, so I guess that. I don't really get the Flare and Matsuri one though, other than like Matsuri being God, I guess. Yeah. Oh, that's really funny. Oh, thoughts on the Ludes. There's someone else's. Oh, Luna literally. That's not who I expected that would. I mean, you know, Luna always shocks me. I mean, she literally said what she'd do for 1 billion yen, which I think people said was like $6 million, was have a fighter jet. She also drives a Harley Davidson. So, like... Luna's nuts. Just like needs help. Doesn't need some, I think no, Nita would be either, I don't know. I think, and like yeah, Marin, yeah, you would know with them. I like how Yago's there. What Yago do deserve that, man? Oh yeah, I do remember Kiara like encouraging it, and then she was like, you know what? It's really hard to choose thumbnails. I saw that clip also. It's like, you know, it's really hard to choose fan art for the thumbnails because they're all real lewd. Well, I think because also like yeah, she just have like giant boobs. It's like, all right, you know. Yeah, all right with it. Oh yeah, I guess Ina would be say so because the whole Ina's back thing, right? That makes sense. Though I feel like that one also was like crazy. What I've heard, it was like insane. So like I can also see that. I feel like Kanata would actually be up here. And honestly, it's probably mostly because she's flat. That's probably one that like she want them because of that. I'm surprised Pecora's on encourages it. That was probably like one-time thing. Hard to guess. I would say I would be alright with it because like, I mean, people are gonna do what they're gonna do, you know? Can't really control them. Right, like, it is what it is. I think Botan wouldn't care. Also. Although Anya doesn't say so yeah, I guess she does care about that. Because it seems the say so ones are the ones who've openly said they don't want it. Well, too bad, Suisei. Suisei still gets it. All the time. I mean, like, yeah, as I said, it like started this whole thing. I think it's because Suisei like openly like it's in your face that she doesn't want to. So then it just in response will only like add to it. Like that's the thing. Like you just gotta do basically what Ina does, where It's not brought up at all. Like, in fact, it basically happened by a fluke, right? When I think she just turned around and her hair flipped up, and people were like, dang. You know, when they're looking at her back, right? The freaking Farouk, damn, you know? When they looked at her back. Like, that's how that one happened. Yeah, this still doesn't even have Azuki's redesign. Well, this is a redesign, but not her current one. Actually, yeah, because Holek's in here. I don't think they are. Oh, no, they are. Yeah, actually, yeah, that's probably why most of them are. I don't know, because they recently joined. I think Ame would be here. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely feel like Kanata would be up here. Knowing how Lapis is, I don't think of herself. She would be up here for... she'd be needs help for other people. Right? That's where she would be. She would be like, give me as many lewds of Aki, Choco. Right? Like... Crony, Narissa, Noelle. As possible. Maybe not Noelle, but... Who's the other one she put in there? It was Aki, Choco... Sora, that's who it was. Yeah, I'm surprised that she put Sora there. I guess because, like, yeah, she does, like, commit to the bit, right? Like, there's that. I like how people have done this, like, recently. Who is that? Is that China? Oh, yeah, it is South Hololive China. Dang. I like how it's on a scale of 1 to 10. And the literally is -1. Like, that's fair. Yeah, it goes to 0. Yeah, it's literally Suisa's a 9 on this person's list, right? Like, that's the thing, man. You just can't. Yeah. I feel like the whole Hololive China stuff is so unfortunate. Like, that's my thing. I didn't realize Sora would be that high up there. Like how Pecora's there though. All the way on the Yabai part. Dang, Pecora and Mario are literally vertically apart from each other. That's funny. All I remember see a police officer. Yeah, that seems about right. I like that. Why is there a gorilla? Is that Kanata? No, why is there just a gorilla? Okay. I like that he ignores them. I mean, yeah, I guess yeah, they're not arrested, they just see a police officer, so yeah, that makes sense. Aqua would be over here, I feel like. Oh, you know what? Yeah, no, that is fair. Yeah, that's really funny. Yeah. I remember what my point was. There's... oh, hey, look at that. There's Suisa. That's why me, man. Like, no matter how much she tries, she's not gonna get away from it. Right? And, like, I think Miko and Mio even, like, brought that up, too. It's like, you're just making the problem worse, man. By, like, why would you choose Jury? I'm gonna be completely honest. Why would you choose, like, the most, like, craziest person? I mean, maybe Suisa hasn't played Street Fighter, but, like, come on. Really, Suisa? You chose Jury? And then covered up the stomach, like, people wouldn't notice? Like, come on. I mean, I know Aki's a Gaio player, but it would have been really funny if Aki was in an Aki outfit. Yeah, she's a Gaio player, so it makes sense, but... I just wish it was Aki over Aki, you know? That would have been funny. Yeah. forgot what I was gonna talk about too, because I was gonna start a whole nother thing. I forgot. I got sidetracked with the freaking Reddit tier list, man. Dang it. Yeah. Actually, yeah. Maybe if I go back to it, maybe that'll help my my brain a little bit. Maybe let's go to it. Although now, like, these other image searches aren't helping. They went to other places. God dang it. I'm trying to think about it again. Can't remember. I like how for fighting game players, Subaru does hype commentary. That's really funny. Rushi and Ame are the rage quitters, yep. Oh, plays a cheap character for easy wins actually is Aqua. She always did that. Yeah, like she always did that. Cause yeah, that's why she played Joker in Smash Ultimate, and then she played Ken in Street Fighter 6. So she's the one who always plays the top tiers. That's 2 hours. Why is that 2 hours? I guess that's a whole stream, but Jesus, dude. Why do you need 2 hours for that? I feel like even like, how old is that? It's 3 years ago. Oh, okay, that makes sense who it's by. But even though, like, bro, even like with who's there now, I feel like I would not take 2 hours on it. That's crazy. Even with like a chat and stuff, I would not take 3 hours on that type of thing, dude. Good lord. That's crazy. Oh, sure, he also has encouraged lewd dojins. That makes sense. Yeah, I can't remember what I was talking about because it didn't give me the freaking tier list again. Dang it. It has recommended me different ones now. That sucks. Oh wait, no, I went to this one. That's what it was. God, I can't remember what it was now. That sucks. Dang it. Yeah, I just can't remember the point I was gonna make. Oh, the whole China stuff. That's what it was. Yep. Yeah, that stuff was really unfortunate. Because, like, it shouldn't have even been a controversy to begin with. Right. That's the thing that sucks about it. That's probably been off for a while. Like, regardless of the whole Taiwan, like, is it a country or not thing, like, even with that, like, it shouldn't have been a controversy because, like, the whole thing was that there's the ROC flag, which is Taiwan, right? But, like, you should get mad at YouTube for that because they were looking at YouTube analytics, right? I mean, unless they made a remark or something, right? But like, yeah, like, it's so weird. Doesn't make any sense, dude. It's like, yeah, I can see why Coco got upset. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, even though I'm like a fan of China, right, and like what they do, for the most part, like, I can see why Coco got upset at that because, like, yeah, she didn't even do anything, and freaking people from China just got super upset about it. It's like, all right. Like, yeah, man, like, how about you use your brain for 2 seconds and realize that they're not talking about it? I mean, if they did, then like I guess that's fair, but I have a feeling that they didn't. They're just like, oh hey, Taiwan has this stuff, right? Or whatever Taiwan is in Japanese, right? No, Taiwan has this analytic. Cool, moving on. That's so crazy too. I think they want Aqua to like go against her or something like that. Which is also funny because like, dude, Aqua is like the worst one you could have chosen. Like, I'm pretty sure they went based off of size, but like, yeah, Aqua was literally like the worst one you could have chose. If you wanted to start anything. I guess maybe Kanata, right? Because they're so close, but like, Aqua's probably like second worst. Like, yeah, you're not gonna get anything out of it. I mean, they shouldn't have done it to begin with, but it's also why I hate just like idolizing stuff, because I have a feeling China does that a little bit, right? Which is why like they believe the way that like stuff the way they do, and I just don't think it's healthy. Because yeah, it leads to stuff like what happened with the freaking Hololive Taiwan controversy. Like, it's very stupid. They overreact to seeing an ROC flag, like Hollow China just basically had to shut down, so that's great. I mean, also the response wasn't great. I mean, also, like, I don't even know how you would respond. Like, yeah, I feel like you'd just be like, hey, YouTube, like, is an American company, so they're going to recognize countries based off of like what America recognizes, right? Like, I feel like that could be a way you could get around it, of just being like, yeah, no, it's going based, like, it's YouTube, which is an American company, it's going based off of what America sees as countries. I mean, maybe not, maybe it's like Google or something, right? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I have analytics, but I wouldn't have enough to know like country and stuff, right? I don't think it'd give me that. Yeah, no, it's not. I don't think I can see that. There's trends. I think I see like current trends. Yeah, no. Yeah, I just haven't like looked at this like at all. I mean, I'm pretty sure there is a way you can see. Oh, is it community? It's probably community. Oh no, it's not, because it's just, this is comments. Your posts like mentions, yeah, no. Yeah, for some reason I guess I can't see my like country stuff. Maybe also that was why they stopped doing it. YouTube also made a policy, they're like, all right, you can't see your analytics now. I don't know, I feel like that'd be really stupid if they did that. Like, I don't know, man. Yeah. The only stream I did like a long time ago though, like it always seems to like randomly just get views. It's so weird. Yeah, like it did so, like nothing like the first year, and then for like whatever reason, like it just has steadily like gone up randomly, and then it's just like one of my most viewed VODs. You know, I don't think anyone. Oh, I think one person watched it to the end. That's a long bar. Only I could get to it. It's doing every gosh dang day, and I can't stop it. Oh, it's like 50 minutes. Oh, 46:54. There we go. I finally stopped it. I don't even know what height points does. What is height points? Like I see it on the other, like I think that's for like trending purposes, right? Like I think that's what it's about, but like I have no idea like how you get it, you know? Like yeah, I think it's something to do with trending. Ugh. Yeah. I don't even know like what the Chidini Day that Rower is doing, or if like that was established. It seems like it's like a birthday for the viewers, which is definitely an interesting idea, but like it's literally like 2 days after Gigi's birthday, so it's like all right. Because yeah, I don't think it's Aurora's. I think it's like her own special thing that she's doing. Yeah, because there's is May 11th. Unless it's like a one-time thing, I'm not entirely sure. I haven't been catching up at all. So. Oh yeah, Bibu's having a 3D live. Also, it is surprising to me that, because I believe Aura had, like, she's had her original song, right? Oh, maybe not, because I go to videos and it's not there. Didn't she sing it in her 3D? Like her 3D debut, wasn't that her singing her original? And then what did she supposed to get like a video out of it or something? Why does it say nothing? What? Okay, maybe not. Like yeah, I thought that was the case, but maybe not. Alright. Never mind then. Okay. Because I was gonna say, I'm surprised that Liz is the last one to have an original song. Right? I think everybody on their debut would be like, oh, Liz is the first one to get one, and then she's like the last one. Oh, she's probably doing it like how Narissa's doing it, where she's gonna have like an album as like her first thing. I'm surprised that Narissa also hasn't had an original. It's been like over a year, like a year and a half almost, I think. Maybe not a year and a half actually, because the album, I think, Say My Name came in June. I think the album released a little bit later. I think. Yeah, I think Sweet Scarlet did too. I think those two videos came out, and then the album did, and then And My Feelings came out a little bit after that, the video for it. And then Shatter never got one. Yeah, I am surprised that she's not... She's probably doing another album. That's probably what it is. Was she the one that said she was doing a special project or something, or working on that? Because I feel like that could be an album. But, yeah, I don't know. What did they technically called something different? Like an EP or something like that? Instead of an album? Like, it's an album, dude. Come on. Yeah. It's like an hour and a half, and I think I use the bathroom, so... I'll probably end it there. Yeah, I think why I didn't stream for over a week is just like... I think it was my procrastination of just watching videos, and then... Also, I mean... This past like week I've been, I mean it was like waking up at the similar time, but like 2:30, almost 3, or like actually 3 I think at some points. And then I got so bored yesterday I fell asleep at 4 because I was like, well, I have nothing else to do, so I'm just gonna fall asleep. Like, I'm just so bored out of my mind. So I fell asleep, and then I actually woke up at like 12:30. So I woke up like 2-3 hours earlier than I usually do, so that definitely made it a lot easier for me, not only to eat a decent bit, but also be able to stream at a decent time as well. Because typically with that, I also eat dinner at like a weird time. So yeah, that was help that. Yeah, it streamed at 8. It's like the earliest I've streamed in a minute, I think. Earliest I've woken up in a minute, and earliest I've streamed in a minute. That's nice. Yeah, I think I was thinking about playing something, but like, yeah, I had so much on my mind that I just kind of need to get out. I don't even think it was coherent, I'm gonna be honest. I have that issue of doing that. It sucks too, because like I think about this stuff so long, and I feel like in my head I have more coherent thoughts, and then when I get to stream, like I just let them all out. Yeah, maybe the like call and receive thing actually would help as well. I think when I'm just, it's like a one-sided conversation, right, where I'm just yapping to myself, then like, yeah, you're definitely like more keen to getting scrambled in like your speech, right? Or like even if I had like a chat that would just like go along with the conversation with me, right? I think I could help keep it more coherent. Yeah, I probably do need a game that like I can just go to and just play it. Death of the Kingdom might be up there. It's just I don't think many people watch it because it's not a super well-known game. Like Hitman would probably be like the most like well-known one that I would play a bunch. That's probably it. It's like, I don't know about the other ones, man. I also always forget I have Undertale. I just never like downloaded it to play it. You know, like how big is it? It's like very small, isn't it? 155 megabytes. Yep. And my dumb brain, because I forgot I had Undertale, was like, I'm just gonna watch people play through Undertale. So yeah, I've seen a decent chunk of the game. Like, basically the only ending I haven't seen is the pacifist ending. So if I were to play Undertale, I would have to play the pacifist ending. Yeah, I always forget, because I think I got it when it was like free or like $1 or something like that. I was like, alright, I might as well just get it, man. Yeah, I completely forgot. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll be it. Oh, I already did the schedule bit. Yeah. I'll see you Tuesday then, hopefully. Hopefully I'll be back to streaming consistently. Yeah, I'll see you then. Goodbye.